Prospect Park in District 40.
Ow, okay. So, of all the parks in your district, big and small, why this park?
It's green, it's 585 acres, and during the pandemic, it was one of the places that folks got to gather, come in community. When they were telling us to stay 6 feet apart, we were able to do that and come here in community. And it's also great for your mental health to walk through the green trees, the lake. There's so many things. We also have an ice skating ring. We have a carousel. So many great things happen. The Leffers House is also on the Prospect Park land as well.
What is your favorite thing to do in Prospect Park?
I walk the park. Matter of fact, this is where I exercise, 3.5 miles. You'll catch me here, along with my other constituents. But I like to sit by the lake, a good place for reflection, watch the goose. And then we have the boathouse. It used to be the Audubon Bird Center. There's a beautiful lake, there's a beautiful bridge, just a place of reflection, to get some peace of mind, to get away, unplug from technology. That's what I keep telling all New Yorkers, try to unplug at least one day a week.
Do you ever do the paddle boats?
Yes, I did. I used to pedal the boat myself.
It's fun.
And Prospect Park Zoo.
Oh my gosh. Yes, in the Prospect Park Zoo.
Who can forget that?
Yes. You were a school teacher.
Yes, for 22 years.
22 years.
22 years.
What grade did you teach?
Elementary, my favorite grade was 4th grade. I love 4th grade, especially the social studies curriculum because it was about New York. Of course, I added my own little spice.
Okay, so what did you love most about teaching?
The students. Each student that walked through my room came with a different story. So it was the stories, and we got to know each other. I shared my story with them. They would share theirs. And I was big on ESL and bilingual. So my classroom was like a mini United Nations. So we were getting to know each other's culture. When we celebrated each and every one of the cultures in our classroom.
What was the most challenging aspect?
The fact that my students, despite them coming here, they would have to take exams, not mastering the language. Any English language learner, it takes 3 to 5 years for them to master the language. So they only had survival English, but not domain-specific vocabulary. They haven't mastered that yet, so they had to take a test on their first year. So that was kind of challenging for them.
Who taught you the most while you were teaching?
Norma Adams, who we renamed the school after her. She was my principal, my mentor when I wanted to quit, because the 3rd graders were like, listen, Miss Joseph, you don't know how to read, because I read too fast and I didn't show the pictures. They had a whole meeting and they said I couldn't read and I couldn't write on the board. I almost quit. She was like, go back upstairs. Them tough 3rd graders. And today they are 30 years old. They come back, they see me. They call, they text. When I was running for office, they all came and participated in the campaign.
What did you love most about school when you were a child?
Let me see, what did I like? I like everything, but I was a little fighter since then. I remember one time my 3rd grade teacher did not pick me as a monitor. I wrote her a letter and said, why didn't you pick me? So that's been my, being a civil rights advocating for myself since I was 8 years old.
So, getting on that, you served on the immigration committee.
Yes.
How old were you when you immigrated to America?
I was about 1.5 years when I came here with my grandparents. Yeah, I was just a baby when I migrated, but remember when I came here, at one point when I got older, I used to speak for my grandparents. So I was their interpreter. Yeah, and we see that, right? Because I remember when I was teaching, I had one of my students who I'll never forget, when her parents were buying the house, she was at the closing meeting speaking for her parents. Dope.
Yeah. And that's powerful. Now, do you see school-age enjoying less civil rights today than you did?
Probably. Now there's so much fear instilled in our students, especially nowadays with everything that's going on. A lot of our students are scared to come into school because they have a fear that they may get picked up or their family may get picked up and they may be separated. So that's a burden that no student or child should have to carry.
You have a Black studies curriculum.
Yes, I do.
How is that going to help the students?
I've always felt that curriculum, students never saw themselves, you have to see yourself in order to feel empowered, in order to feel that you are seen, heard. And we have a large majority of students that identify as Latinx, Latina, and they've never had a curriculum. So I thought it was fitting that this council carry this mantle as diverse as we are. This council is so diverse. You see a representation of every New Yorker in this New York City Council. Not only are we women majority led, so women are different, we think different. So it was so important for our New York City students to see themselves in the curriculum as they read, to find out their heroes or people that looks just like them. So that mattered. I didn't get to learn about Haitian history until I became older, because my grandparents didn't talk about that. So once I found out, I became so intrigued by these great people that did so many amazing things. And I was like, wow, this was so left behind. No one talked about that. So it was important now as the education chair to make sure that that's part of the legacy building that I'm going to leave behind, that our students will have this in their hands to study. Black Studies curriculum this fall. We are excited. And one of the things we're doing with the Latinx curriculum, young people are at the table. We always make decisions for them, not with them. This time around, I said we need to center young people at the table. So there's town halls. Young people, there's a young advisory to this curriculum.
Are all students receiving this curriculum, or is it optional?
K to 12, what we need to do is to make sure the state mandates that it's required. The city, I can't do it, but the state can. So of course I'm going to call on my state colleagues to get it done.
When we talk about the heroes, Shirley Chisholm was one of the biggest heroes of this area.
Yes.
Of Brooklyn.
Yes.
Of the country.
Yes.
The first black woman to run for president. And you are going to be honoring her in a unique way. Tell us about it.
So I've inherited, since I came into office, there'll be a Shirley Chisholm monument right here. So I'm super excited. We have so much alike. She was an educator. I'm an educator. So I was like, oh my goodness, I get to do this honor? Wow. So the monument will be right here. The door, there'll be a welcoming center right here. So young people could get to learn about her, the amazing things they did. Of course, if you watch the movie, you see they try to give her the worst committee, and she took it and she flipped it. And today it is SNAP as we know it.
What haven't I asked you about your district and about all your initiatives and everything today, about Prospect Park, anything, whatever I asked you that you want me to know?
Amazing restaurants in the district, all kinds of restaurants, from Thai, Italian, Caribbean, pasta, you name it. I have an amazing restaurant district. Colleagues come from all over to come eat in my district. They even take doggy bags back to my district. I'm a mom of 4 boys. I'm passionate and in love with. My 2 youngest are adopted in foster care, and if you follow my journey, you know I fight hard for foster youth. So I have a bill called the Luggage of Love, and if you go through the foster care system, they usually give you 2 black plastic bags. So this bill, what it will do will give, if you're entering or exiting the foster care system, you will either get a backpack, a duffel bag, anything but 2 black plastic bags. We want to bring dignity and compassion as you navigate the space that you're in that's no fault of your own.
Favorite restaurant in the district?
Oh my God, they're all gonna start, okay. So
Top 3.
I eat at Lips Cafe a lot. I love Aunt and Uncle, and of course, John BK.